Hello viewers, welcome to EduTube. In this lesson, we are going to learn addition and subtraction of like fractions. Now to begin with, what are like fractions? Like fractions are fractions with the same denominators. As you know that a fraction consists of a numerator and a denominator. So when you see fractions with the same denominators, we call such fractions like fractions. So to add like fractions together, that is fractions with the same denominator, basically you add only their numerators together. So that means to add these fractions together, I will write 5 plus 2 out of 12. So as you could see, I'm adding only the numerators together, which is 5 plus 2. So when I add the numerators together, 5 plus 2, that will give me 7 out of 12. So you could see, basically, this is how you add like fractions. Now, example number 2, we are subtracting. So we are subtracting 9 out of 13, take away 4 out of 13. Now, this fraction also are like fractions. So because in their denominator, we have 13 and 13. And like we did in the first example, we basically added only the numerators, and that's the same thing we are doing here. However, in this case, we are subtracting. So we are basically going to subtract only the numerators. So to do that, I will write 9 take away 4 out of 13. You can see I'm not subtracting the numerator. So 9 take away 4, that will give me 5 out of 13. And that is that. And then for example number 3, we have a mixed operation. A mixed operations is operation that involves both the addition and subtraction. So in this case, we are adding these fractions together, these like fractions together. As you can see, in their denominators, we have 7, 7, 7. So they are still like fractions. Now, like we did example number 1 and example number 2, to add and subtract this fraction, we just basically write out their numerators by writing 4 plus 5, then take away 3, all out of 7. So now 4 plus 5, that will give me 9, and then if I take away 3 from 9, that will give me what? 6. So my answer here is 6 out of 7. Then for example number 4, we are doing addition of mixed number. Mixed number, it's a number or it's a fraction that combines both whole number and a proper fraction together. So it's a mixture of a whole number and a proper fraction. So in this case, we are adding these mixed numbers together. So we are still following the same process because this is still a like fractions. Like we said, like fractions are fractions with the same denominator. So looking at the denominator in this proper fraction here, we can see 3, and the denominator in this proper fraction here, we can also see what? 3. So but then to add these fractions together, it's still the same pattern, but however, we are meant to first of all add the whole numbers together. The whole number in this mixed number here is 4, and the whole number in this mixed number here is 2. So if I add 4 and 2 together, that will give me 6 whole number. And then the next thing now is to add the numerators of each fractions together because they are like fractions. So to do that, I will basically just write 2 plus 1. So I'll write 2 plus 1 all out of 3, and that will give me 6 whole number. If I add 2 and 1 together, that will give me 3. So 3 out of 3. Okay, so now that 3 has cancelled out 3, so we are going to get 1 and 1. So 1 divided by 1 will still give us what? 1. So now that means we have a 6 whole number, and then we have a 1 whole number. So we are going to just basically add the 6 whole number with the 1 whole number. So we have 6 plus 1, and that will give us what? 7 whole number as our final answer. And then for example number 5, we are subtracting mixed number. So just like we did example number 4, we first of all have to subtract the whole number. So 8 take away 5, that will give us 3 whole number. And then the next thing, as we know that the fractions are like fractions, so that means we are basically going to subtract only the numerator. So we are going to write 6 minus 4, which is the numerator here and then the numerator here. So 6 minus 4, 6 take away 4 out of 11, which is their denominator. So 6 take away 4, and that will give us 2. So we will have 3 whole number. Make sure to always carry along the whole number. So we have 3 whole number, then 6 take away 4, that will give us 2 out of this 11. And that is that for this fraction. So that is that about adding and subtracting like fraction. If you are new to this channel, please kindly click on the subscription button below this video to get notified of my academic lessons like this. And if you are a returning subscriber, we say a big thank you for your love and support always. I will see you in the next lesson.